Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about and breaking down how you can heal negative emotions and just how to deal with these negative emotions in general, how you can move forward and how you can benefit your life through healing your emotions. So let's just jump right into it. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Before I get the video started, I want to just first say that give a huge shout out to each and every one of you guys for supporting my journey. You know, since day one, I've been on YouTube for about 2 years now, and I have over 330 videos, and I'm super grateful for each and every one of you who has supported me throughout my journey. So thank you. It has been a wild ride so far, but this is only the beginning, and so stay tuned for more amazing and informational and educational content, because this is what I love to do, and I just want to give my thanks to you guys. I'm truly blessed, so thank you guys so much. But with all that being said, let's just jump right into the video. I'm going to be talking about how you can heal your negative emotions or any emotions that are kind of unwanted, and how you can actually turn these negative emotions into positive emotions. You know, oftentimes whenever we feel, something that I want to talk about a little bit is that emotions come and go, right? Our emotions aren't ever permanent. We're always feeling certain emotions here, left and right? But it is important to understand that we can heal from our negative emotions or any unwanted emotions based on feeling it. This is something that I've made a video about this before, but we have to be able to feel our emotions in order to heal them. A lot of people, whenever they experience anger or they experience stress, they experience sadness, right? A lot of the times they hold it in, and through us holding it in, right, this can lead to us bottling up a lot of our emotions, and what ends up happening is that we end up snapping, right? We end up letting it all go out on somebody, and the problem with this is that we're not actually dealing with the root of the problem. A lot of the times what happens when somebody feels anger or they feel sad about something, right, they want to, they complain about it. They complain about what happened to them. But how you can actually heal from being angry or annoyed is by being present and actually feeling the emotion. Feeling the emotion of anger or annoyance, right? Feeling it. And you'll quickly be able to detect that, there isn't really any reason for you to be annoyed or upset, depending on what it is, right? A lot of the times it's depending on what you're actually going through. It's going to take different amounts of time. But the important thing about healing our emotions is that we're often taught that holding in our emotions is actually good for us. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, a lot of us aren't taught to cry. We're not taught to actually feel certain emotions like joy and happiness. And this is based off of our parental traumas or traumas from certain other siblings or just people in your life, But specifically, I guess, majority of the time it's through family trauma. And a lot of the times if your parents have a hard time feeling joy, that is going to get brought onto you, unconsciously. And you'll end up, they'll end up unconsciously teaching you to not feel joy. And, this can be very upsetting, and this can be very hard for you to have to go through. You know what I mean? No one should have to experience not actually being able to experience joy in their life, you know. And I was watching The Voice the other day, and, you know, shout out to Blake Shelton, but he picked a winner on his team, and he was so blessed by Blake Shelton for actually seeing him that he started crying, you know. It was tears of joy. And he said, you know, whenever Blake had him on his team, Blake Shelton said to him, no more tears, no more tears, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like a joking type of thing, but it raised a question in my mind as to why would he be telling him that? You know what I mean? What's the problem with crying? You know, that's the thing. There isn't a problem with crying. You know what I mean? Crying is actually good for you. You know, you're releasing all of that energy, all of that emotion, which is energy in motion, right? You're neutralizing it, you're alchemizing it, right? Strictly by feeling the emotion, you're actually healing yourself. You know, that is part of alchemy, and that's how we live a life full of prosperity and abundance, is through alchemizing our emotions. And how we alchemize our emotions is being present with them. Now, what does being present with our emotions mean? It just simply means to feel them. You know, a lot of times we want to run away from our problems. We want to run away from how we're actually feeling about something, but then we never end up healing ourselves, and it leads to us feeling more stressed out later on, and us feeling, you know, having diseases in our bodies as well. You know, there's scientific evidence that shows that through stress, it can actually cause disease in your body, you know, in the body, because your body becomes very acidic when you bottle up emotions, because emotions are supposed to be neutralized, right? We're supposed to be able to feel these emotions in order to alchemize them and turn them into something positive. You know what I mean? And so if you feel like you need to cry, you know, cry. It's very good. You know, whenever I felt comfortable crying, it actually made me a happier person. You know, it made me actually be able to be more joyous a lot of the times, because I'm not holding in that sadness, you know, I'm not holding in, or happiness if you're crying too, right? You could cry over happiness or sadness, but I'm not bottling up that emotion, you know. And because I'm not bottling up that emotion, I'm quickly neutralizing it. And when it's neutralized, I can move on with my life. You know what I mean? I can work towards changing the future for the better. You know, I can work towards my goal, towards my dreams, and you can too. You know what I mean? That's why I'm making this video for you today. You know, if you are seeing this video, it is a sign. You know, it's a sign that you may have something that you're struggling with. You know, talk to somebody about it. You know, it's always good to talk about how it is that you're feeling. You know, a lot of the times we want to not really tell anybody because we don't really want to let people know about it, right? We think we're being a burden, but in reality, you know, if we don't really have anybody to talk to, sometimes it's the best to open up about how we feel. And, you know, if you feel like you need to cry, you know, cry. It's okay. You know, a lot of the times people become uncomfortable with people crying, right? Or they become uncomfortable with people showing emotion, but it's only because we're not taught how to express our emotions. You know, we're not taught to feel, to be able to feel and be present with the emotions that are running through us. This is why a lot of people are uncomfortable when people are crying, you know, or if somebody is yelling, or if somebody is, you know, just being annoyed, right? We oftentimes feel uncomfortable because we're not properly taught with how to deal with our emotions. You know, it's uncomfortable, right? But it's a lot more uncomfortable if you hold it in, right? And then, you know, kind of just pop later, right? When no one's expecting it, then in that moment, whenever you first feel sad or whenever you first feel angry, right? One story that I want to talk to you guys about is whenever I was dropping off my younger sibling, or I was picking up my younger sibling rather, and the middle school that they were going to at the time, it was very dismissive of me. Like, I felt like I wasn't getting a lot of help. I tried picking them up, but apparently my name wasn't on the list. And so I ended up waiting there for a while, and it started to piss me off. I started getting really angry, right? But in that moment, I realized that, you know, I was able to catch that emotion, and I was able to be aware of it. You know, I'm like, wow, I'm really angry right now. And just by acknowledging it and feeling that emotion, you know, it quickly became neutral to me, you know, and that anger kind of just let go, you know, it released from my body because I was present with it, you know what I mean? I was aware that I was mad. You know, a lot of the times whenever you tell someone that they're mad, or if you, right, if you kind of hint towards somebody being upset at something, then a lot of the times they kind of dismiss it. And once they dismiss it to you, then they dismiss it for themselves too. And so a lot of the times they don't even acknowledge that they're actually feeling mad. You know, and like I said before, this can be very dangerous because it makes our body acidic, right? It makes us bottle up our emotions, and we're not supposed to be bottling up our emotions because it causes a lot of stress in the body, and it can lead to disease. Like I said before, there's scientific evidence showing this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys learned something. I really enjoy making each and every one of these videos, and I would appreciate it if you liked, comment, shared the content that you've been watching. Share it with a friend, you know what I mean? If you know somebody who has trouble maybe feeling their emotions or dealing with them, you know, send this video to them. It might help. And if you want to check out any other videos, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel. But more importantly, guys, if you have any suggestions for future videos that you want me to post, feel free to comment them down in the description box below. But with all that being said, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, my beautiful souls.